So apparently there's I'm a religious person. I believe the Bible. I believe what the King James Bible says, front to back. I'm starting to have my doubts because, the longer I live, the more I realize how much has been took out, of the King James Bible. You got the book of Enoch, you got the lost books of Thomas, you got a lot of books that's been took out of the King James Bible. Nevertheless, there's things in the King James Bible that are not, which means you ain't supposed to talk about them, you ain't supposed to say nothing about it, yada, yada, yada. But they're using these things that are not to murder people right here in this country. Right here, the Bible I got in my bag right here that I believe in from the bottom of my heart. There's things in that book that they're using right now as we speak to murder people. Okay? Let's leave the Bible and go to the computer. Now there's things that you could do on these phones and these computers that are not, that you ain't supposed to talk about. The fact that these guys, you can listen and watch and stalk whoever you want to, anywhere they are. Understand that all devices communicate with each other. In some way, if somebody walks up, their phone's automatically communicating with your phone, back and forth. Your phone broadcasts, advertising IDs, SSIDs, you got a Mac ID, there's all kind of, your phone broadcasts all your information at all times. Okay? Any inquiring mind that wants to know anything about you can stalk you, watch you, harass you, send stuff to your phone, view your activities on your phone, everything. Wherever you are in the United States, you can be tracked, watched, and 95% of Americans know this. 95% of Americans do it. 95% of Americans do these things that are not. And my goal in life is to make sure they don't kill nobody else like they tried to do me. Okay? Y'all need to watch the video I just made on the Voice of God technology, where they're making people like me that won't participate in this, that have no interest in this other than to expose it. They are literally trying to make us go crazy. I said it on my other video. There's no such thing. You don't hear voices. There's no such thing as hearing voices in your head. Okay, it's impossible. Can't happen. If someone is in a mental ward for hearing voices in their head, it's because they have been used as a test dummy. They have to test this stuff out on people to figure out what works and what don't work and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, in this country, the Illuminati, the local police department, federal government, they test it out on people like us. They call us snakes because we bust them out. We bust them out for what they're doing because it's cold-blooded murder. They are murdering people, killing people in this country. And they don't care. They have no heart. To them, we don't deserve to live, but it's actually back-asswards from that. Yeah, I said back-assward from that because they're backwards. See? Anyway, they're actually the snakes, and they all need to be piled up in a fucking pile and shot in the head, to be honest with you. That's about the only thing you can do with them. They're poison. That's what they are. And they're killing good people in this country. They really are. Listen to rap music. They rap about it. There's a lot of rock songs made about this. They've been doing this shit for years. But this Voice of God bullshit took off in like 2013, 2014 is when the I guess G really started experimenting with this shit. I'm gonna say fuck niggas because that's what they are. But they adopted this shit from the U.S. military. You know what I mean? The U.S. military created this shit in the 80s in the Gulf War or whatever. From what I read on the internet, fuck, they could have created it in the 20s. You know what I mean? But from what I read on the internet, the military created it in the 80s, and they successfully made whoever they was in a firefight with over there surrender. I mean, they made these guys think Allah was talking to them in their head. They said them jokers completely surrendered. They thought Allah told them to surrender. So I mean, it works. It really does work. But what they have to do is figure out at what level you're hearing. So, if you're around somebody or somebody has something on their phone and they're like, hey, listen to this. What do you hear when I play this? Lie like hell. Lie like hell, because all they're trying to do is figure out what level you're hearing at. If they can say, you know, that damn that Yanny Laurel thing that came out, I don't know, a couple years ago, they was using that to figure out what level you're hearing at. Some people hear Yanny, some people hear Laurel, but all that was a test to see at what level you're hearing. So they can start using this damn technology to make you think you're hearing voices in your head. Don't believe none of that shit. Look, it's so simple. If something like this, you start hearing a ringing noise in your ear, or you think you're hearing voices, do exactly what I'm telling you to do. Go on Google Voice of God technology, start doing your homework on all that shit all the way. They do it by means of vibration, they do it. Some of this shit's fucking laser guided, all kind of retarded shit, but it's real, they do it. And like I said, it's a weapon to make you do what they want you to do, ultimately to go crazy, okay? If you're exposing them for what the fuck they're doing, they want you to go crazy, because ain't nobody gonna hear a crazy man. And that's all it's about. That's all it's about. It's trying to kill you and make you go crazy. Alright, if you want to destroy somebody's body, it first starts in the mind. You have to destroy the mind. If you destroy the mind, the body will go next. Okay, it's common sense. This world is common sense. If you got common sense, you can figure out any fucking thing in this world. Common sense, Bo. There's no such thing as hearing voices in your head. If you think you're hearing voices, no. They're doing that shit to you. My suggestion to you is get you a fucking laptop and get you a phone and start playing on that bitch and start examining shit and start going through every fucking thing you can until you figure it out. Because it took me a long time to figure it out. And finally I found God in a computer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, look, man, these things are not, I don't give a fuck if a motherfucker hates me. I don't care. I'm about fucking dead anyway. You know what you gonna do, bitch? You gonna kill somebody already dead? Fuck you. You know what I mean? I bet you when I go, you motherfuckers always remember me, buddy, as that motherfucker that you couldn't do shit with, cause nothing worked, cause he was smarter than every one of you fuck niggas, and always will be. I love you.